What up, JerryFilmdit fam? Welcome back to the channel. On this JerryFilmdit Presents interview, we got a very special one. Today we're chopping it up with a powerful force in New Mexico hip-hop scene. The one, the only, Alpha Primates. This local rap collective has been shaking up the 505 with their unique sound and raw energy. Whether it's on solo project or group ciphers, they're always coming with bars, heart, and they're on a mission to represent our home state to the fullest. From underground shows to buzz across Southwest, Alpha Primates are building a movement, and today we're diving into the vision, the music, and what sets them apart from the local rap landscape. You guys ready for the questions?
Oh yeah, we're ready for the questions. Yeah, we're excited. I just want to say thank you, JerryFilmdit, man, for giving us this opportunity. I know this comes from me, from Sirius the Modern Marvel.
What's up, y'all? It's J-Dot the Maniac, yo.
DJ Simeon.
And I'm Samaj the Monster, y'all.
How did Alpha Primates come together as a collective?
So I did have my first label way back in the day. It was Silverback Records. As I was starting that, I met my brother J-Dot along the way. Me and J-Dot rocked it from about 2021 to about 2021 to 2024, and he actually gave me a little bit more motivation too to actually get the label started going, because without J-Dot, I wouldn't have seen the better side of having a partner. And then after we started building, we brought in Samaj the Monster. Samaj the Monster was the next person to help solidify the new label after we branded to Alpha Primate Entertainment.
Okay.
We brought him in, as well as our DJ Simeon. So, you know, we've only been around collectively for about a year or so, about half a year, but me and brother have been rocking it for the last 5 years together.
Shout out DJ Simeon. This isn't the first time he's been on the interview. This is the second appearance on the interview. You want to say anything?
Again, on with JerryFilmdit. Because I just came back from tour about a month ago with So Cold at MWA.
What's the meaning behind the name Alpha Primates? It's a very unique name.
So Alpha Primate Entertainment was also an acronym for APE. Since we're all apes, we kept that. Silverback was the grandfather of the company, and we're laying grandfather Silverback to rest, and we want little baby Alpha Primate to grow and function to its best capabilities. So like, Alpha Primate is literally the born entity of Silverback, and that's what all of us collectively are known. So that way we can represent something unique, kind of like G-Unit.
That's it.
Starting out as independent artist and then just growing up, met my brother back, like he said, late 2020, early 2021. We started doing this music stuff together. 90s was our first hit together. And our very first show was in Atlanta, so shout out Diamond, ATL, you know. Shout out Dreamhouse Studios, we were up in there. Now we're just seeing what the next 5 years brings as a collective and a whole.
How would you describe your sound, and what sets you apart from other rap groups here in New Mexico?
Well, first, I think that we all individually have a different lifestyle, and I think that's what makes the magic happen. Like, I'm more of a dynamic rapper, you know. I like to jump around, do all sorts of tones and rhythms, and just, you know, really kind of just OCD dynamic rapper, you know. And J-Dot's got the soul, man. A lot of the stuff that he talks about from his life's experiences, you know, and he's got this electric energy. It's like a cool energy, you know. He brings like the vibe to it, you know, even when he performs, you know. And then Sirius, his style is just like wild and unexpected, and that energy is underestimated, man. It's crazy. He kind of reminds me of like an Andre 3000. I don't know if you're old or young enough, but yeah, I like that. He reminds me of Andre. Because like when Andre was first doing it, you know, people were like, what is Andre doing? But then when they got it, you're like, oh man, Andre's that motherfucker. And that's how I feel about, you know, Sirius's style and his stuff. But like, we're very different. And what makes us different as a group is that we have that dynamic, and we work very hard to perfect it, you know, through the dance moves, through the performances, through everything, you know. And the thing about DJ Simeon has been doing it for so long, man. Like, I remember hearing about him back in the day, because we're kind of like in the same like bracket, you know what I mean? And I've worked with a lot of DJs, man, and no shade to the other DJs, man. Like we got the best one, man. Yeah, cause he does it. Like he does the mixes. You know what I mean? He's like a professional DJ. You know, like DJs. You know, DJs were producers back in the day, Gangstar and all that. You know, and I think that's what makes the collective whole. You know, all those elements put together.
Thanks, bro. Well, my style is real unique from other DJs. And I think all us DJs are we're the same in different ways, because just the way we perform things as a performer. I don't really have a style. I just go with the flow on what my family wants to do. You know, if it's gonna be this style, hey man, let's do it. If it's gonna be country style, shit, I'll do it too. I don't give a shit. Bring it to me, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, definitely very versatile. You could definitely hear it in the songs, for sure.
Thanks.
Does New Mexico culture or environment influence your music in any specific way?
Yeah, I feel like it does in a lot of different ways because of like, you know, our lowrider culture and just the different things that we bring to the table as a state. There's a lot of different varieties of music out here, but influentially, I feel like more of like the underground scene. So I like more of like underachiever type style. I hear that more in like the underground type scene for sure than like the mainstream that we have out here. No offense to nobody, everyone's cutting it up and doing their thing. But once we start getting our names out more and the sound starts getting out there, everyone's gonna know exactly what APE stands for. So just know we coming for the hip hop awards, and we coming out here for a lot of stuff, man. But a lot of people, they hate on the state. They say we're like the third worst nation to raise a family, this and that. But if you're actually like from here and you're native to the name, like it's all love and peace, dude. At the end of the day, like, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens, but that's downtown after midnight. You shouldn't be out anyways. But we don't influence no violence. We're all about, you know, conducting prosperity and abundance to our world. So I'm just trying to get back to you at the end of the day. So we influence a lot of positivity.
Yeah, that's definitely a good message. What's your guys' creative process like when you're working on a track together?
Chaotic. So what I mean by that is, like, you know, we all have a lot to put in, we all have a lot to say, and you know, it's hard to narrow down 64 bars into 32. You know what I mean? So we are trying to figure out how we still flow with each other, how we work with each other. And like lately what we've been doing is coming to my house, doing reference tracks, then going to the studio, then actually putting down what we practiced for a week into the studio, so we don't have no mess ups, we don't have no blunders, and we actually use that hour to its fullest capability. You know what I mean? So lately our work has been more figuring out the structure so we can get our solidified, you know, stance continuing, you know, because we all have our fallbacks, especially me. I want to say so much and want to rap so fast, but I got to pull that back just a little bit so we can all be in sync, because it's not just about me, it's about each other and how we're going to work with each other to influence and encourage each other, as well as everybody listening.
Can you talk about a project or song that really defined Alpha Primates sound?
The song that defines like the group that's out currently, Right Out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that one defines us, because the story behind that is that when I first met these guys, and it's crazy, I sent them the track or whatever, and I didn't think they're gonna jump on it. You know what I mean? I'm like, these guys are gonna jump on it. But like 2 weeks later, we were in the studio, and it was our first time in the studio, and it was just like this vibe, this magic, you know? And shout out to our engineer, Nick, you know, at On the Moon Studios. He was in there, and it was just really, really great energies and stuff, you know? And that was a song that I heard that I was like, yo, we can do this. I heard that song, and I was like, Alpha Primates, yeah, if we stick together, like, we can conquer this. So, like, that's, I think, our song. The other day, we had a show, and the DJ put the song on at the end of the show, Simeon, because after the show, he threw it on, and I was hearing it on the big speakers, and I was like, oh, man, this thing bumps, you know? Just the energy and how I come in, and then Sirius comes in, and then J-Dot comes in, and how, like, Nick cut and just did everything. It was just magic, you know? Definitely my favorite song. But they switch sometimes, man. Like, I Don't Know Why is a good one, too. I think I Don't Know Why is really, really good.
I think I Don't Know Why would be the number one over Right Out, honestly, because that song is what is actually making us right now. You know, you play that, they have it streaming on all platforms, and then you got it on TikTok and Instagram and everything, and it's that same song. So yeah, I don't know why I think dominates Right Out, but Right Out's hard as shit.
I agree with Samaj. Right Out has to be the track. I Don't Know Why is the most popular one for sure, and it gives you more of that like club feeling vibe, you know what I'm saying, the smoking vibes. But Right Out is more of an ape chant, so I feel like that one represents the team as a whole.
You know what? Honestly, I think it's Mirage, in my opinion, because Mirage gives a lot more of our versatility and our style that we're willing to bring to the table. So I can tell you this, when we made all 4 tracks, we were feeling each vibe and be like, this one's hard, this one goes harder, this one goes harder, and this one goes. So as we felt each one, Mirage, I feel like was one of the ones that we really connected on to give like, okay, we want to bring some East Coast, Beast Coast kind of style. Much love to the East, much love to Dreamville, much love to Spillage Village, stuff like those are the people who we kind of inspired that one for sure. And if anybody realizes it's mathematical rap, I'll leave you at that. So it's a whole new structure we're bringing in.
Are there any upcoming albums, videos, or collabs that people should be watching for?
Actually, yes. We have a few different projects that I'm going to let them kind of explain as we're doing this, but we have about 3 different projects in this next year that we're about to drop. We have our Samaj album, and I'll let him explain that to you right now.
Yeah. So I got a project. It's coming out September 5th. A self-titled mixtape, you know. I used to go by a different name, and then I rebranded, and, you know, I went through this big healing journey to where I'm at now. So I'm kind of like reintroducing myself, but at the same time, like, every time you do something in a craft, you always get better and better and better. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm reintroducing, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's still like an introduction because, you know, we're artists, we're always working, we're trying to get better. 9 tracks, I got a couple of features on it. You know, me and Nick got in the studio and we knocked some stuff out and giving the people like something they can listen to and connect with and talk about, or, you know, I really want to see the reaction, you know, that's the thing, because like you never know until you see the reaction. And like even on our songs, sometimes I was like, I don't know about this song. But after seeing the reaction and how people connect with it and they vibe with it and they love the song, you're like, yeah, that's it, you know? And that's the best part. Whether they love it or they hate it, it's just they got to it. And, you know, and that's just what making music is about, connecting with your people, you know? And we're going to be having a record release party. And yeah, I'm going to perform, and then me and the boys are going to perform the whole Alpha Primate set, you know? So,
we definitely could.
Yeah, and we're knocking it out, and we're moving forward, and just get there one step at a time, you know? J-Dot's got an album come out. He got a single. Me and him got a single. A hard-ass single. Like, it's a bomb-ass single. That's called Need That. So he's going to be dropping an album, too. So, yeah, a lot of things are popping off right now.
Like you said, we got a fire track for y'all for the city mostly too. It's called Mean That. That'll be coming out soon. But to be honest, my phase is gonna be more of like more storytelling. So, you know, we have this track that's called Life. That's been out on YouTube, but that explains more from when I was born to when I was like 25 years old, because I've beaten cancer. I've had to go to treatment once. I've had a kidney transplant already once. So I have a lot to be telling, you know what I mean? My scars tell a story. That's gonna be more of like a heartfelt Mean That. Of course, it's gonna be a banger. I got Brother on one too that we're gonna be doing called Pull Hall, but it's more of like a poetic type. So just trying a different style too as we come out with this one, but it's gonna go hard, man. It's gonna go hard. More of the feels.
We also do have DJ Simeon in the early spring next year that we're gonna try to drop on a mixtape, and I'm gonna let you and the other artists who are listening on this to get an early concept of what he's trying to do. So if you're ready, get ready to be in something big, okay? So listen to DJ Simeon.
I got some events that I'm doing myself, and once those are over with, that's going to be this coming month. I wanted to start recognizing all of New Mexico hip-hop artists. And I was going to pull out a mix to do a remix with it and pick 10 on one volume, 10 on another volume, 10 on another volume. All I need is their music, but I got a lot of music. But not only do I need that, I need their permission if they want to get represented. So that's what I'm going to do. After I do that, probably about 2 volumes, then I'm going to kind of do a DJ Simeon around New Mexico tour, hip-hop tour. Yeah. Every state we hit, hip-hop artists, I want them to come out.
Heck yeah, so that's about most of the projects right now, besides when we start doing our new Alpha Primate album that we're going to keep in the hush-hush for now, because we have about 4 or 5 songs done, ready to be recorded, but we'll wait for you guys to deserve that and get it.
What's the energy like when you guys perform live as a group? I know it's super high energy because I've seen you guys in person, but what do you guys have to say about that?
I feel like our energy is in sync synergy, I can say. We love to vibe off each other. So if one's getting hyped, the other one's gonna get more hyped, the other one's gonna get more hyped. So we actually tend to forget some of our steps because we get too hyped. But that's something that none of you guys will know until you actually see us more than once. Everybody who's seen us more than once will definitely be like, oh yeah, he didn't do that step last time. But it's just because we get so into the music, we want to give you guys such a good show, feed off the energy also that you guys give us. So when we have everybody's yelling and roaring and putting their hands up and saying, you know, middle fingers in the air, you know what I mean? Like that makes us feel real good because
even when they're screaming for us like they did in Los Lunas, I mean, they were waiting for us. People were so mad they were leaving. Like, you could hear them saying Alpha Primate. We're like, you know, we couldn't even go yet. So yeah, the energy of these people, it's pretty awesome.
And to be honest though, shout out to Azo and MIC for doing their thing in Los Lunas, man. That shit was lit. It was a really good benefit show. I love what they did for the town. You know, shout out to all the families. We're all here for y'all. We pray for you guys, man. Sorry that y'all lost your homes. We got clothes and toys and food also donated. So shout out to everybody that was a part of that. And again, shout out to Azo and MIC for doing their thing, man. Much love to Los Lunas.
How do you guys feel about the current state of hip hop scene here in New Mexico?
ooh, do I want to get canceled already? Just kidding. All I want to say is, man, there's a lot of potential and just a lot of envy and a lot of jealousy that people need to just put that stuff aside and be willing to work with each other. I know a lot in the hip-hop world and in the industry, there's a lot of ego. And I know even we have a little bit of an ego too, but we sometimes get offended with those who have an ego. We just want to work with everybody, you know? And it's no hate to everybody. We always are open doors to all artists who want to reach out to us, want to throw out a project. We'll always come back to you. We'll always try to reach out to you the best way we can. And, you know, right now we even working with some of the underground artists like Il Nick. Shout out to Il Nick. We're going to be on another cypher with him coming up soon. Me and my brother just did another cypher with him called the Bloody Valentine Cypher. We want to expand the hip-hop industry, expand the capability of what we can actually do with artists and actually get that same love back that we're trying to give them. You know, we have a lot to give and a lot to show. We want to show it with you guys, and we want you also to grow with us. You know, so much love to the hip-hop community. We all got to be able to work with each other.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, this is how I feel about the current state of the New Mexico hip-hop scene, man. Because I was a part of the older scene, so this scene is like a totally different scene. And like, I see some good things that's happening with it, and I see some bad things that's happening with it. But the good things that I do see, man, is I see that rappers out here are out here getting it. They're better than they were like 10, 20 years ago. And that's something that's like, I'm so proud of our state for like actually wanting to excel and writing lyrics and making better songs. Because back in the day when I first started 20 years ago, man, like it was a different era. It was a different climate. You know, the music was different. But like now because of streaming, bro, like everybody's connected to the music. So there's youngsters that are listening to like old hip hop, you know? There's older people who are listening to the new people that are coming out, you know? And I think that because of that, like it's a different climate here in New Mexico. These cats are actually spitting, you know? They're actually like doing something, you know? So I think that's cool. I just think that like as hip hop artists, the only thing that we need to do like as a collective, man, is just like really just get more on our shit, be more professional, you know what I mean? And really just try to keep in mind what the vision is. The vision is like us all making it, like being like a Texas, you know, like the Mexico music scene where we can all eat and we have a big, you know, following, you know, and that's like the goal. Yeah, and I think if we could get on that type of mindset, bro, let's help each other, let's work together. I see what you got going on, you see what I got going on. Maybe there's something you know that I don't know, you know what I mean? If we can just get into this more collaborative state, then we could actually really, really make a dent. And that's what I want to do. Like, I want everybody to make it, because in order for us to make it, you know, how can we make it if the state doesn't make it? How can we make it if the city doesn't make it? You know, we want everybody to make it.
I want to add something.
I just want to say to all the other artists, be humble and also give the other artists you talk to good faith, because you don't know what they've been through and we don't know what you've been through. So just like we don't want to judge anybody, please don't just judge us as far as, we're this and that. Talk to us, get to know us like we want to get to know you. And you'll see that all doors are open and it's like, oh man, Alpha Primate, we just want to show love and peace and keep this community going. You know what I mean? So that's just keep good faith in each other, man. Like, don't attack, don't bash. Maybe something happened 15 years ago. Hey man, life moves on. Like, things gonna move on, and I got some lessons myself to learn from that. No lie.
What would you want to see change for the 505 community to grow?
Well, honestly, there's already been some things going on I've been seeing around like Instagram and stuff. So shout out to our sponsor, Alex Arredondo, Cool Cat Gear. He's also been going around with his friends in the war zone and been letting the people like, hey, if y'all want to sit here, you got to sit up, get up, clean up. Let's clean up the trash. You know what I mean? So honestly, within the community, cleaning it up and like just trying to make it a better state as a representative as a whole, and people not having to say like, oh, there's another killing in Albuquerque or someone else got shot. Like, there's too much cold blood going around these days. So man, I just wish there'd more love and no hate. You know what I mean? We used to be able to come down here and kick it. Now I'd be trying to get tacos from a food truck and someone's getting jumped not even 20 feet away from me. You know what I mean? It sucks to see that there's too much hate in the world, especially in this state alone. So Albuquerque, yeah, we could be better as a state. I feel like there should be more peace. And
But I can tell you something I would want to change in the hip hop community. Like, I think if I could change anything, like, in this community, I would want us to be able to do, like, business together more, you know what I mean? And look at it like a business, Like, you hop on my stuff, I hop on your stuff, we can, collab, you guys can connect, we can do this and that, More of a collaborative effort and just doing business with each other, I think that's the thing, like, a lot of times, like, we make music and we see each other at places, but, like, we don't really, like, do business. We never really collaborated, just be able to link up and, you two forces as ones, or 3 or 4 to make a movement,
I totally agree with that. Doing music for other artists like I do, when we do little shows or when we're on tour, you see the different sides of each artist, and it's like, it kind of breaks it up a little bit, but at the same time, it's all the same shit at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
What keeps you guys motivated through the grind?
Oh, what keeps us motivated, honestly, is all the fans. I'm not gonna lie. What also keeps me motivated personally is the drive that the brothers give me. So I have multiple inspirations that keep me going for this personally. I've seen friends who have wanted to do music all their life and couldn't do it either because drugs, they died and all that. And they'd always tell me too, man, Eddie, I'm glad you're sticking with it because there's not many people that I've known who actually have done it after 10 years. People give up and all this and that. And, all right, man, I'm cotton mouth real fast. I do got to get a quick swig.
That was like,
Me too. Can you repeat the question for me one more time? I'm sorry.
what keeps you guys motivated through the grind?
Yes, the fans, my family, my wife, and God. I can definitely say that because, these guys have really been a true family to me. We may fight, but honestly, that's what makes a family is we fight, but we can talk about it and hug it out later on in the end. I love my family, and I love my blood family too. I know my blood family, we've had our ups and downs and stuff like that. Tito, love you. Manny, much love. So I gotta say that too, and it makes me want to cry for saying that, but I gotta get over my own shit. Like, I know I haven't had my brothers that I wanted there with me originally, but I can't ask for it to be any different because I wouldn't have found this family that I have now. Through the hard times, the struggles, you guys have kept me going. My family's kept me going. My wife has kept me going, and so has God. And I pray to God every day, like, hey, put this music back in my life, and I'll worship you every day like I will. Man, me and God have had our battles. Who haven't? But, I think me and him have kind of came to an understanding that I've found peace in my heart and trying to find it further through the music and through my family.
Same thing as brother said, the family, and that our family that we built, and then of course my family, you know what I mean? My sister, shout out to my sister. She's going on 4 months now sober off alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it's been a struggle, but that's my main motivation is her and my niece, man. They're the ones that keep me going because I lost my mom night after Thanksgiving at 3 a.m. She passed away the same week as Dolph, you know what I mean? So shout out both legends, you know what I mean? My mom and Dolph. I mean, rest in peace to everybody. But just staying motivated, you know what I mean? Like you said, God, keeping the faith and the hope in my life, and just pushing forward, man. Just visualizing the future, the dreams, by daily goals, and just trying to manifest as we go, man. That's it, really.
What keeps me motivated? I always wanted to do this in my entire life, man. I've been doing this a long time, man. And what keeps me motivated doing this Alpha Primate shit every single day, bro? It's the thrill of the hunt, bro. It's the thrill of the hunt, bro. You know, and it's just like everything that I do, man, in this group and in this label, I'm trying to do it to the best that I can do it, you know? Every verse, every lyric, the beat selection, the performance, because I know there's a lot of competition everywhere. I know there's somebody in New York City right now, ripped to shreds, doing freaking push-ups, doing his bars, bro, you know? Like, people don't play about this rap shit. In Albuquerque, like, people think it's a joke, but you go other places, like, they don't play. So like it's just the thrill of being able to compete, you know, and have just a shot, you know. And it's not even about making the money. It's not about being famous. You know what I want, man? When they have that conversation one day about like great MCs in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, in the Southwest, I just want my name to be mentioned in there. You know, I want my group's name to be mentioned in there. Yeah, Alpha Primate did it. This album was hard. That album was hard. They all did it. They all had it. That's how I want them to talk about us at the end of the day when it's all said and done, man. And that's why I do it, man.
Hey, yeah, that's cool. I've been recently doing videos like showcasing the rap scene in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do a video with like Rap Collective, because there's a bunch of rap collectives over here in Albuquerque, and I definitely want to feature you guys. Thank you, brother.
Does that include the DJ?
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what it's about. I think some people, because a lot of people, people rap for different reasons, dog. Like some people rap just because it's cool. Some people rap for therapy, bro. Yeah. But me, I rap to be the best, dog. Like I want to be the best. Like I want to have the best bars. I want to compete. You know, and that's what's fun for me.
That's always good to respect the craft too.
Yeah,
it's good that you guys aren't doing it just for the money, just for the fame. Like you're doing it for the love of the game.
And in this group, dog, we be pushing each other, and that's the cool thing about it. You know, the music always gets better. It gets a little more slicker. It gets a little bit more tongue twister. It gets a little bit more together, more melodic. Like the music's always growing, you know. I love this hip hop shit, man.
What keeps me going on the grind? Honestly, fans, even though it's not a bunch, but we got fans, we got our treehouse troops. That's what matters, because Samaj said, I've wanted to do this my whole life. You know, really, I wanted to be an EDC or DJ, but you know what? This was my calling, and this is where I'm at, and I love these boys. It keeps me motivated because not only that, 4 years ago we met, throwing a benefit for a DJ of ours in Santa Fe, and I got 5 DJs and 9 artists, and each DJ had some artists. Well, I had them, and from them just sending me the set to when we played it at the show, that's when we knew. And look where we are today. So that keeps me motivated.
Shout out DJ Simeon.
Yep. Are there any last words, shout outs, or messages for the people watching?
Yes. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Shout out to NM Brief Relief. Shout out to Cool Cat Gear. Shout out to Charlie Boy Teacher. That's what I was going to say next, but I lost Charlie Boy in my head. But yeah, shout out to Cool Cat Gear, because Cool Cat Gear has actually been doing a lot of our merch, and Cool Cat Gear is going to be our solidified merch suppliers. So we have a lot in collaborations that we're going to do with them. You know, getting shout out to Charlie Boy, because Charlie Boy was the one who actually a representative that I am representing. I really love that company. They help with any dog needs. They help with any cat needs. That Teacher will help your cancer puppy, your cancer kitty at least live the last of its life functionally, and at least happy that the life you would like to give it still. And you know, again, shout out to NM Brief Relief. If you have any needs, any medical needs as far as your cannabis cards, some accessories, some pipes, some weed, you know, they do have some stuff there, and they actually do a lot more with the renewals on the cards. So contact them. You know they always got you.
Shout out Devin and David of NM Brief Relief in Canazobra, original. We've been doing shows with them since like 2022, so we've been locked in. I just want to say congratulations to them too, because Devin is pregnant at the moment.
Congrats.
I just want to shout out Nick from On the Moon Studios. He's been a very, very big factor in our success, and he's an amazing engineer and just amazing, arranger and producer. So I want to give him a shout out because it's a big part of the dream. So shout out to On the Moon. If you need studio time, don't go there because they're so dope. I just want it. That's what it is. But real talk, yeah, if you need any mixing, mastering, anything like that, Nick's amazing. Yeah, hit him up quick.
She doesn't ever get to be seen too much, here. Shout out to our manager, Amanda, you know what I mean? She's always doing big work for us, scheduling the calendar and just putting in fat time. She's also the DJ's manager, so she's always putting in fat work behind the scenes. So a lot of love to her and, shout out to her work. And we appreciate you being a part of the team and being our manager too.
Thank you, everybody, the fans, and also my wife. Thank you very much, my love, for always motivating me and always trying to keep me going and stable, even when I have my hard times. So I just want to let you know in front of everybody in front of the world, I love my wife, no other. Besides my mistress music, but she doesn't like that. But other than that, no, thank you very much.
If you see my page on Facebook, I just put out a new shoe. Shout out to my boy Michael Williams from So Cold NMWA. And the family, love you guys. Check out these slides. Tell me what you think about them. Press the button, pick order. Thank you.
I am again myself, Sirius the Modern Marvel.
J-Dot the Maniac.
DJ Simeon.
That's the monster, motherfucking monster, y'all. And we are Alpha Primates.
Real quick, shout out JerryFilmdit for the one time. Make sure you go subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. You already know what to do. And check out Alpha Primates, all major platforms.